Yo, what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Henny gang, 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 gang. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click that notification bell and select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. So I know you guys have been patiently and impatiently waiting since the announcement last night, but tonight is on episode 3 of Q&A with Henny, and tonight we have our special guest, the one who has actually bulldozed her way into our attention and our hearts, Kiki, who is number 9 from the Cali War. She will be joining us right after this, y'all.
And I'd be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Did you hear what they just said? Child, a whole mess. Oh, I'm about to spill this Hennessy and y'all about to sip.
Welcome, Kiki.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
You?
That's good. So everybody has been excited to get to talk to you. You have made a big impact in such a small amount of time. You captured the eyes of everyone here because, like I told you backstage, you're in big baby country. So we've all started paying attention to you, but it was your moves on the field that actually got us interested in who is this girl? Like number 9, Kiki, who is she? So I want to say thank you again for sitting.
Uh-oh, what happened? You froze. Did it freeze? I can't hear it. Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear her. Wait, you gotta look in the camera.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It froze, y'all. I don't know what happened. Can y'all? Oh, here's the chat. What's up, y'all? Y'all deep in here. I like this. How do I join this chat?
What's on you on
Hey, y'all. I can see them now.
But then I can't see you on here.
I'm good. I'm good. Where Henny went, y'all? My niece? Okay. So I was on crutches, man. Let me exit out and come back in.
I had to go and flip the switch. Kiki, if you can hit the link up. I had to go and flip the switch. Oh, my bad. Okay. So, yeah. All right. My apologies. Too many things running at one time in the house. It's hot, so the ACs really over blew the circuit. So I apologize for that.
No worries, you're good.
Okay, we're gonna ring this bell and get whatever negative energy up out of here. We don't play that. We're not playing that. Okay.
Period.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started because I know that you are a very busy woman, and everybody will find that out as we go along. So who is Kiki? Like, who is Keeanna? We know you are a Jackie of all trades, but who are you?
So, my name's Keeanna. My childhood nickname was Kiki. I'm 21, and I was always an athlete growing up. I played football when I was younger on an all boys team, and for 3 years, and I was like running back. I played safety, like I was pretty good. When I got to high school, I went to a performing arts high school, and I
Mhm.
started getting into other things such as dance and theater. I just loved painting and doing things with my hands, like being creative. I got into like everything I could do. I just threw myself into it, and I was just really into the arts. So
Right.
I moved out here over, I think it was, I graduated when COVID hit. That's what really set it off.
Wow.
So
How was that?
2020, 2020 was really rough for me. It was
Yeah.
like the peak, your graduation year is supposed to be big and grand where you get that element of moving away from home, starting over, like your fresh start. And COVID took everything. Like it just shut everything down. We went into quarantine. And I had track offers for school, and I couldn't go because everything went to online. I had offers to go to Howard University,
Wow.
and I tried to just do online classes because they were quarantining us, and I didn't like it. So I ended up just transferring to a community college in my hometown. But they didn't have anything that I liked athletic
Hmm.
wise. Like they didn't have a track team, they didn't have a dance team, they didn't have anything that I really enjoyed doing. So I just started working, and I told myself that COVID took the opportunity away from me, so it's up to me to get it back. So then I started planning on like what my goals are.
Absolutely.
And my mom used to always tell me, if you're a flower and you're not growing, you don't blame the flower. You blame the soil, the air quality, the water. Like it's not getting its proper. Not in the right environment. So you have to plant yourself where you can grow. And I decided that I
That's
wanted to
beautiful.
move, and I decided to
Right.
just pack up everything and take a leap of faith and chase my dream. And I told myself that I'm going to be back in school. I'm going to be running track. I'm going to be playing football again. Like all of those things that got taken away from me, I said, I'm going to get that back. So
That's
I just
right.
started
Take your
working.
life back, girl.
Yeah, I just started working and manifesting my life and trusting in God. And it worked out. Like I could tell you so many stories of things that I prayed for and how I'm walking in it right now. But it was just all trusting God. Like I just took a leap of faith, and it worked out.
Yeah. I can kind of relate to that because in 2020, I was graduating college myself.
Hmm.
So it was like I didn't do it, in my early days. So I was doing it then and it was like a big thing for me. So when it came down to graduation and it was like graduation was online, it was like it killed that moment for me. Like you kind of it's
Yes.
not that you're working for that moment in particular, but it's like when you have that moment, you've reached the finish line. It's like the solidification, the
Right.
stamp that you've achieved something and it was like snatched away. So I totally get where you're coming from. And you know where you're going.
Yeah.
I saw that you posted some videos in UCLA, right? So is that where you're currently in college and why UCLA? You mentioned Howard. So what made you go UCLA over Howard?
So I'm not currently enrolled at UCLA. That's my transfer school where I'm trying to transfer to in a year. So right now I'm
Okay.
currently enrolled at Cerritos College, and that is another story that God just opened the door for me, like an opportunity. But I've
Right.
always wanted to go to UCLA since I was younger. Like when I was 12 years old, I remember writing it in the school paper, like I'm going to go to UCLA, like that's my dream school. And when I came out here, I was like, it's possible. Like I've been doing all these things, like it's possible. So I started working, emailing coaches. We had a track meet at UCLA. I went up to the coaches and I introduced myself. I built a connection with them. So now that's like a next
Ah,
to do list, like next thing I got to check off on my list. So right now I'm in my freshman year Aspirations, and after 2 years, I can transfer. So
Well, see,
once,
that's faith with works. People
mhm,
don't people forget that. You know, you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not putting that work in there, like they said, faith without works is dead, right? So
instead,
that's like you putting that in there, networking yourself, shopping yourself. Like, I want to be at UCLA. You're manifesting that in your life. You seem to be a very powerful manifester.
yes, yes, yes. It's really
Uh-oh,
God
did we
also.
freeze?
Like I give
Okay.
God all the credit.
Amen. So, like, now you've mentioned that you dance, you play football, you do track, you do painting, you do hair as well. So, how do
Yes.
you find time to balance all of this with your personal life? Because it's like you got a lot going on for yourself.
Yeah, it is honestly hard. I'm not gonna lie and make it seem like it's easy. It is a struggle. It's really just time management. I try to put myself on a schedule, and it works for me. I like being super busy. Like I don't like to just sit around. I just plan myself and doing things that make me happy. So, like for example, I'll plan my hair appointments on the days where I don't have practice, and because of the days that I don't have
Okay.
practice, I would just be sitting home, and then or that'll be a homework day, or that'll be a day where I go like do an extracurricular. I just make sure to put it in my schedule, and it's constantly changing, but I just go for it. Like I just do it.
Yeah, see, you don't believe in being idle. I totally get that. I totally get that. So now let me ask you this. Out of the dance and out of the sports, which are you more passionate about? Because you
Mm,
can dance. You can really dance.
yes.
Like music video, choreography, like for the arts, like really dance.
That's a hard one. I'm not gonna lie, I love dance. My mom's also a dancer. It's a whole dance studio in Florida, like where I grew up at. I did
Mhm.
ballet. I was on point. Like I did, the shoes where you're on the very tip of your toes.
Yeah.
I did all that, and I will always have a love for dance. And I feel like you could dance no matter how old you are. Like I could dance when I'm 40, but I
Right.
can't play football when I'm 40. So
That's
I'm
true.
doing what I want to. I'm doing a little bit of everything until it's like something sticks. But
Right.
dance, I know will always be there. So I can open up a dance studio when I'm older and teach dance, and like it's never ending. Like I don't have to put one over the other. It's just which one am I going to focus on right now? And I feel like right now track and football is my main focus because have a time frame. Those have a limit.
Right. Well, out of the two, which one do you prefer, track or football?
Football, football, track. Is
Really?
like, football is like a team effort, but it's more adrenaline and like aggression. I like that. Track is like the adrenaline is like for one race and then it's done. Like
Right.
10 seconds, and then it's like, okay, good job. Like football is
Okay.
like you could jump up and down, you could celebrate, you could make tackles, you could take your aggression out on the field if you're going through something. It's like a better release for me because I'm more of a physical person. Yeah.
Right. Wow. Okay. So how did you hear about the Cali War? Like, how did you start playing for them?
So so I had a football video that went viral of me playing football at the beach, and it went a lot. It got pretty viral. It went like 3.4 million on TikTok, and House of Highlights reposted it. And okay,
Okay.
my coach posted the flyer, and someone tagged me underneath it or sent my video to him of me playing football at the beach, and
Mhm.
he messaged me under the video and was like, "Come through to our tryouts." I saw the flyer, and then I saw Chrisean posted it too, and I went to the tryouts and I just joined the team. It was just like that, like just like an
Wow.
opportunity presented itself, and I went for it.
Okay. So now that you've mentioned it, what is your how I met Chrisean story? Like, how did you meet her?
So I met Chrisean the day of the tryouts, and I was just kept it professional. I came to the tryouts to be a part of a team. I'm not like super gonna be all up on her like, oh my gosh. I was just like, hey, how you doing?
Right.
And I'm like, it's good to meet you, and like I'm excited to be a part of this. And I just went and did my thing. And I could see that she was watching me. Like I could tell that I caught her eye because when I was doing my sprints and stuff, Marsh really started talking. Me and her were joking around and like being playful during the thing. It just happened naturally. Like I just felt they were already my friends. Like
Right.
we clicked instantly, and we had team bondings after that, and where we all just spent time together, and we just got really cool and spent quality time.
Yeah, that
So
seems organic. It doesn't seem like it was forced. It doesn't seem like you were clout chasing or anything like that. It did seem like a genuine pull to each other, especially being that the two of you have some similarities in common when it comes to sports, right? So, like, she runs track or ran track, you run track, y'all are both playing football. Like, that had to be refreshing to have somebody that has something similar going on with them in your circle now. Like,
yes, very refreshing. It was like people said it was like I was like a baby rock. Like she was like, I feel like when I look at you, I'm getting deja vu. She told me that, and we were doing sprints, and she asked me what my times were, and I
mhm.
told her that my 100-meter time I just PR'd in my recent track meet. It went from a 12:8 to a 12:6, and she was like, "That's exactly what I used to run when I was in college." Like, oh my gosh, like a little me for real. And I was like, yeah, it just was really cool to have that.
So now let's kind of jump into this question really quickly. Like, since you've known her and from what you observed, like, what is a common misconception that people have about her? Because I know you see what goes on. And like I told you, you're in big baby country over here. Like, we don't tolerate none of that over here. But what is
Right.
something that people get misunderstood about her so often that you think?
Um, I would say a misconception that a lot of people have about her is that she don't know like what she's doing. Chrisean is very smart and she's full of love and she knows exactly what she's doing. Like she's a very smart girl. And don't let that social media shit get in the way of like who a genuine spirit is. Like I see through that. I go based off of
Okay.
energy when I interact with a person. So
Right.
I just see the love inside of her. She's really a genuine female. Like she has love to give to everyone. Everyone she meets, she's shown love to for real.
Absolutely. And I get that off of her. When I watch her, I actually met her one time and it was like her energy, just to be in her energy circle, it's like a boost. Like people don't know that. It's different to watch her than it is to meet her in person. Like you just gotta meet
Yeah.
her to understand what you're feeling or what you're seeing will be felt when you meet her.
Hmm.
That's basically what I was trying to
Exactly.
say. But
Yeah, like
I
you can't
wanna
judge the book by its cover for sure.
exactly. But I want to double back and go back to something because you did mention the beach football. Now, girl,
Mm.
you are a beast on the okay, you're a beast on the field, but that beach football, I saw two videos of you doing that. So is that just like
Mm.
something that they do, or is there actual like teams that you guys set up? Explain beach football and what it is.
So I'm from Florida, born and raised, and that's just what we do. Like that's for fun. We go to the beach during spring break. You'll have people doing that, and it's not always like that, like aggressive and how my video was. It's literally just like the boys just be doing it.
Mhm.
But one day it was like spring break, and one of the girls called me out, and she was like, "I want to go." So it was like find someone to go against. So she looked around the whole crowd, and she stopped at me, and she was like, "I want to go against you." So I was like, "You sure?" Like, mind you, she didn't know I played football. So I was like, "All right, now, like, all
But
right."
she probably picked you because you the shortest one there too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep
exactly.
it
So
G.
because of my size, people underestimate me because I'm only 5'1". So like I'm little but I'm mighty. I'm
Right.
little but I'm big though. Okay, so
Period.
when she called me out, the first one we didn't get it on footage because I
Mhm.
just juked her and she just fell. But then it was like, nah, like y'all got to make contact. So then I actually tackled her, and you could tell in the video she kind of got mad. She tried to grab me, like got up a little aggressive, trying to fight, and I was like, chill, like get your lick back.
Right.
So then I got the ball, and she thought she was gonna attack on me how I just did her, and I just put my shoulder down on her. So yeah, that's just like normal for us though. Like that's just on some we at the beach having fun, but yeah, that's just some Florida stuff we do.
You were kind of like a tomboy growing up, is what I'm grabbing from this. Like
Yeah,
you
for
played
sure.
football with the boys and all of that stuff. Like you are rough and tumble, and we know that you're a force to be reckoned with because that's how you caught a lot of our eyes. I'm telling you, because we're like, Kiki's number 9. First of all, we noticed that you were like the littlest thing out there. But then when you get
Yeah.
that ball, it's like she's not little anymore when she got that ball. Like she's taking off
Yeah.
and she's going down that field, and you're like taking no prisoners, no whole bars. Like that's
No
dope.
mercy.
So
Thank you.
now
Thank
on Saturday,
you.
everybody was really upset when we saw that you got hurt, right?
Right.
What was that moment like for you when you realized that you were injured?
Mm. It kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie, and it was the worst timing possible in my head because it was our last home game. I had a lot of people come out to support me that day, so when it happened, I was just like, "No, like you got to be kidding me!" Like, but it was wild because that morning I read my daily devotional, my verse of the day,
Mm-hmm.
and it said, "Expect troubles today, but in your troubles, know that God is with you." And it said, "God is preparing you for a season of much needed rest." So after sitting down and think about it, I was like, everything so far has been happening for a reason. So maybe this is happening for a reason. God is like, you're good. You're here. You know, like you need to sit down and spend more time with God. And so I wasn't too upset about it because I know like I can bounce back from anything. Like I got myself this far. Like in one day, your life can change. So I'm like, it was I can't explain it. It was like a bittersweet moment. You know, like I said,
Yeah.
okay.
Sometimes things happen to sit us down. And to be honest, just from going off of what I see, because obviously I don't know you personally, but going off of what is shown, you do have a very busy life. Okay. You do have a lot of things going on. So maybe sometimes we get sat down because we're missing something or we're lacking something. Like sometimes when you're a person who's heavily into your prayer, heavily into your meditation, heavily into keeping your spirit just as clean as you keep your physical, sometimes we start slacking in those areas because we're too busy with the blessing. And
Right,
sometimes we got to
exactly.
sit down and actually honor the blessing that we were given so that we could prepare for the next step. But I like the way that you look for the purpose and thing, because that's something that I'm starting to do with myself. Is even though something may seem like it's terrible, may seem tragic at the moment, I allow myself to feel it, but then I look for the purpose. Where can I grow from that? What is the meaning of this? Why is this happening? Because everything is happening for a reason. But I do always remember that everything happens for my good, for my benefit in the end, no
Exactly.
matter how it looks. So it's very powerful that that's how you looked at that in the moment. Um, I can tell you, I was streaming the game. And when you got hurt, like all of us were like, what? And we were mad because we saw you trying to get off the field and like nobody helped you. Like it took for Chrisean and Marsh to come and help you. Why didn't anybody help you? Was that a legal thing? Was it something like what happened that because we saw somebody else get hurt and they got helped off the field? So I'm not gonna lie, we
Yeah.
were really angry about that.
No, I appreciate you guys for sure, but y'all got my back. But it was more of me because I told myself like I was in pain, but then I snapped out of it and I was like, I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm gonna play. So I tried to get up and just walk it off, and I didn't realize how bad it was, and then my knee buckled. So
Ooh.
then I felt it buckle, and
Mhm.
it kind of felt like my knee shifted in a like it grinded against the like I can't hold my phone right now, but it's like
Ooh.
it literally felt like my knee just went like this. Like I felt like
Oh.
the two bones like just grind
Mhm.
against each other. So
Is that when we saw you fall to the ground, like on the field, walking off?
yeah. So then
Ooh.
they were like, "Come on, like we got you. Get up." I was like, "No, I'm good." Like I was telling them I'm good. So it wasn't that they weren't trying to help me. It was me trying to fight myself, being prideful. And I'm like, "I'm good. I'm gonna play. Like put me in, coach." Like I was still trying to go run, and my adrenaline was pumping, so I thought I was okay. But after sitting down, I was like, "Yeah, I can't even walk on
You're
it."
not
So
okay. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it
how is
wasn't
the
a
knee
coach. 'Cause
now?
my coaches
Uh-huh.
are cool. They definitely were talking to me like, "Come on, we got you. Pick like, let me get you." I was like, I was telling them no. So,
So how is the knee now? Is it healing up nicely? Did you ever get the MRI and find out what it is?
so my MRI is scheduled for Monday. I was supposed to go someday this week, but my appointment got changed.
Mhm.
As of right now, they're not sure exactly what's wrong. They believe that it could be my MCL, but I got an X-ray. They said they didn't see any fracturing or like breaking of any bones, so they said that's good.
Yeah.
But if it is if MCL, then I'll only be out for a couple weeks, and the recovery time is not as bad. So praying
Okay.
that it's not even that. It could just be a bone bruise. He said it could just be a ligament or something, but the MCL will answer all of our questions.
Well, let's all pray that it's not anything major and that it is the minor of it all, guys. We got some prayer warriors in here. And I'm gonna tell you, Selena was at the game and she was ready to like put the phone down and come down there and carry you herself. Like,
Yes.
so how is this affecting how will it you don't I mean, I know you won't know because you haven't had anything, but how will this affect you with your track and your dance? Like, will you still, of course you'll probably still want to do all of these things, right?
Right. So getting calls. As of now, my track is done. Our season just recently ended. So right
Okay.
now it's the off season, and we don't run again until probably January. So I
Oh,
have
so you
time
have
for
time with that. Yeah, you have time with that.
yeah. So I'm not really in a rush for that. Dance is more of dance is more of a here and now thing. I kind of dibble and dabble into it when I have free time. I just go take dance classes. I know a lot of choreographers. I'll just, they text me about booking sometimes, but it's up to me whether I want to take it or not. So I can, like I said, dance will always be there. It's never going anywhere. But
Have you
track,
done
I
any
should be
music
fine as
videos?
long as it's not bad. We'll find out on Monday.
Okay. But have you done any music videos? Because you said bookings. So have you done music
I
videos or
can't
any
hear her
type of
though.
like shows or anything?
I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. You want to go out and come back in?
Can you hear her?
Can you hear me now?
I keep getting calls. That's probably why.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on.
the phone call probably knocked off the sound. Um, yeah, I can hear her. Can y'all hear her? Because she
Maybe I
can't
can
hear
hear.
me. So it's probably that phone call that knocked her out with the sound. Okay, so we're gonna wait for Kiki to come back. I'm gonna say hey to everybody that's in the chat. I've been kind of like focused over here, so I haven't really been, you know, in the chat. Like every now and again, my eyes would float over. So hey to the Henny gang, hey to Mr. Saginanus, hey to Z Benga, hey to everybody that's here showing support and love. Thank you guys all for the super chats. I will definitely be acknowledging all of y'all. So we're gonna wait for her to come back. But in case she does want to ask it, take a couple of questions from you guys can put the questions, no messy questions, guys. Let's not be messy here, okay? um y'all can ask a couple of questions and then I'll ask them of Kiki. But thus far, so we can all calm down because we heard that it was her telling them not to pick her up off of the ground. She thought she had it, but she's back now. So we're going to continue. Can you hear me now? I can't hear you now. I can read your lips, but I can't hear you. Somebody is really trying to stop this from happening. Like, y'all see this? Banger said, just go out and come back in. So I think she's going to go out and she's going to come back in. Because that's what she just did. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. There we go. See, we got sight and sound. Amen.
Amen.
All right. So where were we? We were talking about the dance. I asked you if you had done like any like videos, if you've done any shows or anything.
I have done some videos. I've done some music videos for like some artists in Florida and for some people out here, like Chef Boy Bones. You know the guy who pops his eyes out. The one
Yeah.
who, yeah, like that's my homeboy. I did a music video with him. I think it's gonna be dropping soon. I did some TV stuff, but I don't think I can speak on it yet because it hasn't been released. But
Okay.
it's not much. It's just like a little snip. But you'll see, it's
A
gonna
little
be
snip could turn into a big part, though. Anything is
right.
possible. Wait, so now I think I saw a video of you somewhere rapping.
Rapping, yes.
So is Kiki going to drop an album or a
Kiki might
song?
drop a single. You might hear
Okay.
a single. I don't know. I'm starting to, might dibble and dabble in that too.
Okay, period. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I do
Um,
have a song that I made a couple months ago, and
mm,
I think I would actually drop it. I usually just do it for fun.
mm,
I wouldn't call myself like a rapper or anything, but I think that anything that I put my mind to, I can achieve. Like if I want to be a 5-star chef, I'll take a class and I'll be a chef by tomorrow. If I want to be an astronaut,
absolutely.
I could be an astronaut. So if I want to become a rapper, I already know like I got the talent and the potential to do it. When the time comes, like
Right.
y'all will see. But I got some heat.
Well,
I'm sitting on. Yeah.
the crazy thing about life is sometimes the things that we take for fun are
Mhm.
the things that end up catapulting us in a direction that we never saw. So you never know. That
Right.
could be the thing that sends you into a whole different direction.
Yeah. And it's crazy because a lot of people that I've showed my song to, they said that I remind them of Sweetie, like my flow and how I rap, and they said like that's somebody who they could.
Okay.
But they said, Chrisean, never mind, I can't say
You can't say see, you
that.
can't do that. You can't say that and then not finish it. You listen, we nosy folk over here, okay? We trying to keep it cute, all right? Don't
No.
make us get messy over here. We trying to be cute.
Right, right,
Right.
right.
So do you plan to return to the Cali War once you're cleared and able to play?
Oh, for sure, I definitely am. I honestly might be coming to the games, and even though I'm not going to be playing, I'm still going to be there to support the team.
Absolutely. So okay. So right now, when they go to their game on Saturday, will you be traveling out with them or will you be home?
I'm supposed to be traveling out with them, but because my appointment is on Monday, I was considering maybe not going until I have
Mhm.
everything figured out because, and anything can happen, delays with planes and things can change.
Right.
And it's hard for me to get around, honestly. I've been using my crutches, but it's hard for me to do like the regular daily things that I used to do easily. So I don't know if me going to another state will be smart right now, but I'll still consider going. I don't know. I'm on the 50-50 about it.
Yeah. No, that's totally understandable because again, you don't know what's going on and you kind of don't want to irritate it. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite sure everyone will understand if you're not there, why you're not there. Um, it just sucks. I know it sucks because you guys are working up towards a championship, right?
Yeah, we in the playoffs now, so that's a good thing though because playoffs go until July 27th, so that gives me a
Mhm.
good amount of time to recover and still be able to play. So, I'm hopefully I'll be back before the end of the season.
So July is when you guys have your championship.
That's the playoff game.
Mhm.
Our championship game is in Canton, I believe, Canton, Ohio, and it's July 27th. That's the big one. We're working our way up to. Like you have to keep winning in order
Mhm.
to make it to that game.
I don't recall y'all losing.
We lost one game in Colorado.
Yeah, that I just thought about that after I said it. It was like, oh no, Colorado.
Right.
Yeah. How was that in Colorado? Like, is the air definitely a factor? Because a lot of
Oh
teams
yeah.
say that when they go there, like the air is different. So it definitely and we saw that one player passed out. Was she okay? Because we never got a
Yeah.
follow-up or update on her.
Yeah, she's okay. She actually is still playing with us, but I honestly, it was so bad. The elevation when I was running the ball, I was so winded afterwards. I actually have a vlog coming out about the whole Colorado trip. I vlogged it. I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
dropping it so you guys can get like the inside scoop. But it was so different. Like I was so winded, and it started raining, and then it was cold and wet, and that on
Yeah,
top of it, it
yeah,
was the air conditions was just horrible, and they were used to it, so they were in their natural.
right.
They got home field advantage, and we were toe up. Like I felt
Yeah,
like I was gonna pass out at one point after I ran, and then I was trying to get out. Like after I ran, I got hit. I tried to get up. I was like, "Coach, take me out." He's like, "No, go back in, go back in." I'm running back to the line. And I'm like, like you gotta breathe differently up there,
right.
like with your chest. It's like,
And see that's something that I was saying because we're watching the game, and I'm like, maybe they should have gone like a day before so everybody could have gotten accustomed to the
hmm
atmosphere where they were, because that's something that I've seen happen even in the NFL. Like teams will go out there, and if they're not out there, like they're not there ahead of time, of course Colorado is home. They have the home field
yeah,
advantage. And what is the best advantage to have over somebody? Them not being able to breathe properly in your space.
right.
So I definitely
And
felt like that was an
the rain
unfair
was
game.
worse than that. The rain made the ball slippery, and our fingers were cold, and like it was horrible. That was probably why we lost. If it didn't start raining, we would have won that game.
Honestly, I have my own opinions on why you guys didn't lose, but I mean why you guys didn't win. But I'm gonna keep it cute.
Right, right, right.
Keep it on mute.
Yeah. It was a lot of
So
factors.
right, there was a lot of factors, and we talked about a lot of them. Okay, so
Hmm
we were watching. I will say this though, y'all have brought a spotlight to women being involved in football, because football is usually man and woman's biggest enemy during football season. Okay, unless the woman is a football fan or she's doing it because she loves her man, women aren't paying attention. And I didn't realize how much I didn't know. Like I didn't know terminology, I didn't know lingo, but here I am streaming this game like I don't know what happened, guys. I'm like, okay, I think that's a first down. But I will say this, your last game, I was like, okay, they're at the 9-yard line. And I figured that. But then the announcer was like, they're at the 6. And I'm like, okay, they're at the 6. And then he's like, correction, they're at the 9. I'm like, see, I
Yeah,
knew that.
you start
So,
catching on. Yeah,
yeah. So it's like, okay, we may not know everything, but we're learning. And that's a beautiful thing, because it makes you want to watch now that you're seeing women do it. And I commend you guys, because it's different to put on all of that gear and get out there and be able to play in the heat. I'm talking about the Cali heat. Like I've never been out there, but heat and I do not really get along, but I don't like the winter. So
yeah.
it's
Cold
like
and the cold and the rain. We
right.
play any condition.
Any condition, you guys are out there, and it's like that's commendable within itself.
Right.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
definitely hats off. Definitely kudos and salute to you, because number 9 is somebody that they definitely need to be paying attention to. And I don't think that lady, I don't think that wasn't, I don't think you know I just know that they watching number 9. Okay, they need you out the game. Okay,
Yep.
okay, because
Period.
you a force.
Force
There, I
feedback.
said it. What is something that you want people to know about you?
That's a good question. I just want people to know me for who I am. I don't want to be known as somebody's, friend. Somebody. I'm just know Kiki for Kiki.
Right.
Love me for me. And yes, I do a lot. So I have a lot of people who like look at me from a hair perspective, or some people look at me from a dance perspective, look at me from a football perspective. I just want to be known as like a free spirited, versatile queen. You know, I
Period.
want to be known for being me. Like this is
Right.
Kiki, and y'all will soon find out who I am. I was gonna announce this today that I'm gonna have a YouTube video dropping. It's gonna
Yay.
be our Colorado vlog, and I
Okay.
have a lot of other videos lined up from the tryouts to now. Literally the day I got hurt, I have on footage. So I got a lot coming for you guys, and I just want y'all to stay tuned.
Well, I will definitely be posting the links over on my IG because, Kiki, you've won us over. Like just being you. And it was very important for me to sit down with you and keep this as focused on you as possible because we want to know who you are outside of all of that, right? Because you can't help that you have this big personality as a friend. But
Yeah.
who is this person that's with this person? Like who are you?
Yes.
So that's kind of why I didn't want this to be messy. I didn't want it to be focused on one way. I want it to be about you because you do have a lot that you do. What's in the future for you?
Honestly, I would say everything. I could tell you a lot. I'm also doing cosmetology, getting my license to do hair.
Okay.
I'm should be working at Glam House. I'm also doing lashes now, so I'm accepting appointments. I have a lot going on, like in every branch. So the future is really wherever the wind takes me, whatever God got in store for me. So
I know that's right.
yeah,
Keeanna Jaden, the hustler, baby. Yes.
yeah, you know it. I do it
Well,
all.
what motivational advice would you give to someone who's following in any one of those footsteps that those paths that you've already gone down?
I would honestly tell young Black girls to never limit themselves, because people used to tell me like, "Oh, what if this happens? What if that happens? And what if it don't happen?"
Right.
You know, go for it. The worst thing that'll happen, you'll fail and you can start over. Like I told myself, if it didn't work out with me moving to California, that I could always go back home. So never limit yourself. Like just go for stuff. Even if you look stupid, go try out. Go for that team. Go for that job. Go for that opportunity, because you never know what life got in store for you. And trust God. Like put God first, because I would not be here if I did not have the faith that I got with God. So.
Absolutely. Now, there is something I forgot to ask you. So, you are in college. I forgot to ask you this question. What is your minor and your major?
So as of right now, I was undecided. So I was just getting my AA in general studies. But I started gravitating towards business because I figured no matter what I do, if I have a business degree, like if I want to open a hair salon, if I want to open a dance studio, if I want to make my own football team, like having a degree in business is something that can help me in any area. And maybe my minor, and like I said, I'm getting my cosmetology license, or I can
Mm-hmm.
minor in dance. But right now, my focus, like I said, I'm a freshman at my school right now, so my focus is just getting my prerequisites out the way and my general studies, and then I
Mm-hmm.
get into my major when I transfer to UCLA. So
Period. We will see you on the UCLA track. I heard that. Did y'all catch that? Because I caught that. We're going
we
to see her on the
manifesting it.
track at UCLA, baby. Okay. Well,
Yes,
Kiki,
ma'am.
I want to thank you for stopping by at the bar. We call this the bar. Um, Feel free to come back anytime. I enjoyed having you. Is there anything, any last words, any last thoughts, anything you want to say to anybody out there, or to the audience? Period.
I just want to thank you for having me. I love the vibes. I can't wait to come back. You better invite me back. Like,
Of course
we
I
gotta
will. You
do
are
another
part of
one.
the Henny gang now.
Yes,
Like,
ma'am. And I love
period.
all the ones who are showing support. Everyone's been so sweet. I appreciate everyone checking on me, making sure I'm good. I want y'all to see my leg. We're doing okay,
Oh,
but I'll keep
girl,
y'all
that's gotta
updated.
be so restricting.
Yeah, it is. It's so bad. It's so
Oh,
bad. But I just trust in God. God got a plan. It's just gonna make my story
it's
even better.
temporary. It's
Yeah,
temporary. Look at it as a break. Like that's your parking break right now for you to just focus on you and God.
exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in with us, guys. Thank y'all for being here. That's gonna do it for Q&A with Henny. I hope you guys enjoyed this because there will be more to come. You know what I always say. Love is always love, and it will never return to you void. And I love y'all. When you rest, rest well. See you next time. Peace.
Cause I don't want the simple life. It's the fine things I like.